I'm Tiffany, and I am putting out an EP, my second EP. Although I was told that it counts as an album because there's 7 tracks, and I'm just like, I don't think so. So it's an EP for me, and it's coming out September 9th. I was really trying to get it out for 8/8, but it's 9/9 now, and yeah, I'm excited. It's a bunch of older songs that I wrote between the years. Well, there's one spoken word piece actually. So between the years 2008 and 2015, I think. And yeah, it's I've come a long way with wanting to share my music, and I would really used to only share some songs when I would do performances and stuff. But like actually putting it out, and this time it's going to be streaming places because my first EP wasn't really able to do that because I had licensed some beats and I wasn't able to put it on streaming services, just like on YouTube and SoundCloud and stuff. So yeah, so this isn't actually, because I never did a like release for a shift really, so this is kind of a combination. So it's not just external songs. I'm gonna go through, like, talk about each song on external, but I'm also gonna, like, we're gonna hear some songs that are on shift as well. I'm gonna do some poems from my book Love Cycles, which is like the first major thing I ever did. I self-published this book in 2013, and hi Joe. And so it's a mixture of stuff from shift, external, and Love Cycles. And yeah, so and all of these things, shift, external, Love Cycles, you can get on mellowvibes.com. That's mellow and vibes with a Y. So MELLOWVYBES. So let's talk a little bit about external and how that came about. So I did my first EP, Shift, was released Christmas Eve 2018. And that was all new stuff. It was me just trying to get back into writing again. I hadn't written in like 3 years. And it was really about me and my journey with having different mindset shifts, which is why it's called Shift. And then just also my experience as like a coach, and this stuff that I was just really learning about other people and about myself, but also is, you know, my journey, my personal growth journey is what Shift was about. And then external, I was like, I always was a love songwriter, so I'm like, I need to have that. So it was just a lot of my different love songs, and being that it's about, you know, other people, I said it's gonna be called external. Also, there were like different sound elements that were, okay, not this car going by, the different sound elements that I was like kind of exaggerating that were in there, because a lot of the recordings that I put in external, I didn't really re-record a lot of stuff. I might have added vocals and just harmonies, but a lot of them, the tracks are just when I recorded them, you know, from when I wrote them, so they're like years old. And so some from like live performances, so you're gonna hear stuff in the background, and I kind of just thought that was cool. So so it's like, yeah, the external sounds and everything. So I was just playing off of that, and yeah, so without further ado, I guess I'll go into like my first song, which is called Is It Love? I put up a clip of it. It's not the first song on the EP, but it's the first song tonight. And I wrote this in, like, I'm pretty sure it was the end of 2012, because I was asked to do a show. I was asked to be one of the opening people for a friend of mine who's a spoken word artist, and he was doing an album release party. And so I just randomly started freestyling while I was at work. When I worked at a coffee shop, and I just started freestyling, and I was just like, wait a minute. And I just started beatboxing and stuff. And so this is purely an a cappella song. Yeah, it's just like all of my vocals, and it's called Is It Love? And yeah, so let's go. Honestly, some of the I shouldn't even be telling you this, but some of the instrumentals that I have are the older versions. because I have a completely different computer and a lot of my stuff was, somehow I have some stuff and not others. So it's weird because obviously what's going to be on the album is, it's going to be an enhanced version, but for some reason I had only like the instrumental of like my first draft or something. I don't know. But whatever. We're just going to have fun. So, okay. So this is It Love? And Facebook. So Joe, if you're still on Facebook, let me know how the sound is going to be, how it sounds, how it's working out. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Your lips, your whole face, I know God made no mistakes. What I feel in my heart, I think I knew it right from the start, that we could be, or maybe not. Guess we'll see what is going on right here between you and me. 'Cause you got me so foolishly wrapped up desperately. I think I might believe that it's love, 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 yeah, love, 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 yeah. My hand in your hair, nothing ever could compare. I found love in your heart, and I never want to part. But you're always on my mind, like all the time. And I don't want to be caught with you so blindly. 'Cause you got me so foolishly wrapped up desperately. I think I might believe that it's love, 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 that it's love, 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 yeah, love, 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 that it's love, 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 yeah. You take up my time, and I'm not quite sure if this is right, but you keep me occupied. I've got nothing else on my mind but love, 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 yeah, love, 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 yeah, love, 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 yeah, love, 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 is it love, 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 love? Oh, okay. Can hear you and your voice well, but instrumental is a little muffled. But I think it's just Facebook too, because I kept trying to test it out different ways, and I'm just like, this isn't. But on Instagram, I know like the sound is better. So I was saying earlier that I'm just doing this live here just to simultaneously do it, but I'll probably delete it and then just like upload the Instagram version, because I know the sound was like balanced there. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Okay. So, I don't know if I said this is going to be a mixture of me performing stuff and then like listening to some things or just like talking about something. So, the next song is also from External. Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you for staying up too. I know it's like really late. Okay, so the next song is Sky Blue. This song I wrote in 2009. I think it was the beginning of 2009. It is the first song, it's the only song that I have written on the guitar, and I've had a guitar for 17 years, but can barely play it, but I try. And this song I composed on the guitar, and I love it. It's just like, I remember playing it for people in the past, and they're just like, oh, it's so like a folk song, and yeah, it is. Like, I don't really do genres. I create what I create. So like, it's cool, and it's like this. It's totally like an ambient song. Like I always pictured, when I was writing it, like I just pictured like being outside in the woods, like by a campfire, and so like that's really what I recreated, kind of, with the sound, and yeah. So this is Sky Blue, and we're just gonna listen to it together. Okay.
Changed by you and you. You've captured me, it's true, 'cause you make me feel so new. And every time I fall
So that is Sky Blue. It just always relaxes me. I don't know if you could hear, I know the sound isn't like right on Facebook, but there's like cricket noises and like, it's like being outside. It's relaxing. I'm not even sure what I was thinking when I wrote that. I was just, I don't know, saying stuff, I guess. Okay, so that is, I think that's track 6 on External. That is one of my favorite songs. And, okay, so next, I'm going to do a song. Okay, this song I'm pretty sure I wrote in 2008. This is actually not even out anywhere. I will probably, it's not on any EP. So, but I will probably put it out in the next few weeks. It's called Amazing. I performed it a few times, different places, but I would have loved to have put it on the EP, but like I bought this beat like from some random beat site, and so I bought it, paid for it, but like I don't know if I'm like, now that I know all these things about music stuff, like I don't know if I can actually like put it on something that's sellable or whatever. So I'm just gonna like put it on SoundCloud later or something. I actually haven't sung in a long time. I probably should have gone over it because I'm just like, do I remember all the words? But this is amazing. So, oh crap! Why I should have practiced this. Okay.
You are so special.
you want, what you need, baby. I will give all my love to you. That is all I want. Oh my gosh, I totally screwed up on that song. I don't know why I didn't go through that. Oh, I'm totally missing comments. Sorry. Oh, thank you. Yes, and by a campfire in the woods. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not really sure what I was thinking. I totally forgot the words and like some of the melody. I just remember I like this song and I think I know all of it. But okay. Sorry about that. But I will probably, that song is already done. I'll put that out in a few weeks probably. But oh wow. Okay. So the next song off of External, we're not gonna hear, I'm not gonna sing, I'm not gonna play it actually, I'm just gonna talk, because sometimes I'm just gonna talk about, okay? So, this one makes me cry. And, I'm like, why am I using the microphone? I don't need it right now. I was getting some feedback on the last one. I was like, what's going on? I practiced this, not the song clearly, but I practiced with the sound. But, so, oh, thanks. Thank you. Luminous. So this song is called Luminous. Again, I'm not playing it. You can check it out on my website. So, I wrote this on the piano, well, the keys, on that keyboard right behind me, which actually you can't see on Instagram, but you can see it on Facebook. It's that way, backwards. So, I wrote that, I think that was also 2009, and I think that was the second song that I wrote on the keys, and I don't know, I love the moon, so it's kind of like, it talks about the moon, and just, somebody you love that's like kind of as bright as the moon. Yeah, and it's called Luminous, and I don't know why when I listen to it, it makes me cry like literally every time. But yeah, so that's Luminous. Check it out. It's the last track of External, and live always gives you problems too. Yeah, like I don't even like to go live on Facebook, but I was just like, if anybody doesn't have Instagram and wants to pop on here, sure. So yeah, so that's Luminous. I'm just gonna say that about it. So next I'm gonna go into Sparks Fly, and I shouldn't mess this one up. I only performed this song probably once actually, but Sparks Fly is on External. I think it's track 4. It's either 4 or 5, but I think 5 was Is It Love, and so I think Sparks Fly is track 4. Wrote this in 2013. I believe it was October 13th, 2013, if I remember correctly. But it was about a specific moment and a specific person I was dating at the time. And yeah. So this is actually, I know this is an older instrumental that I have, because I didn't have time to make a new one. I'm kind of bad. I shouldn't be telling you this. So anyway, this is Sparks Fly, and okay, so how I put this together. This is the most unique song I think I've ever put together, actually, because like I just fully arranged it out of nowhere. Like I don't even remember what kind of zone I was in, but I was just finding songs. I don't, because I, like what I'm saying, the way I normally write is I don't write to music, and then I try to get something that kind of matches. I don't even remember how I did this. I think I was writing simultaneously while creating the sounds. So like just certain, like a little guitar loop. Like I'm not playing guitar in this is not me. But there's like the little guitar loop, and then I put this little thing, and then I was simultaneously writing while I was putting it all together. And I just think it's a cool song. I tried to work with someone on this. I was like, I will say, like, everything on external, like, I've done myself. I mean, on the last one too, like, I am not a music engineer or anything, but I'm trying to just figure stuff out. And so I actually tried to go to the studio with somebody who was recommended to me, and he was like a producer that's like on the Grammy board and everything. And I went to him, and I was just like, I spent $250 just like on one session, because I didn't want to go back after that. Like, I just thought it was, whatever he did just sounded like horrible. Like, and I was just like, forget it. Like, I'm just going to do this myself. So I tried. But I like what I did better than a Grammy board producer. I don't know. So, but what he said was like, oh, it's like a Caribbean country song. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like the vibe. So anyway, that's kind of the vibe of Sparks Fly. So we're gonna get into it. Okay. All right.
We
on this September night, and all I see is the light in your eyes and words inside. And words inside. Sparks fly, mood right. That's Sparks Fly. That's such a fun song for me, honestly. Cause I just hear all the little parts that like I did. So, okay, that's Sparks Fly. I really want to make sure I'm being timely, because I know Facebook is unlimited, but like Instagram's an hour, and I don't really want to like restart. But okay. Next is something off of external. No, it's not off external. It's actually off of Shift. Oh, this is gonna be the first thing that's actually off of Shift that I'm playing. I'm just only playing like 2 of those songs, but this is Snapshot, and Snapshot is a song that I wrote, and it's just about really recognizing what you have, and it's like gratitude, like, yeah. So it's like every moment is like a snapshot, and you should be like thankful. So that's what this song is about, and you can download it for free on Mellow Vibes. Once you go to the music page, and there's a link to get Snapshot. So I'm just gonna play that. Thank you, Joe. A clapping emoji. Thanks you. I'm proud of that song. For some reason, I don't know, I was always like, I could hear Taylor Swift singing a song. I don't even listen to Taylor Swift music, but I was just like, she would probably sing that song. Okay. Okay, so this is Snapshot. Let me just play that. Turn it up a bit. snapshot. I was just thinking of, like, I would listen to that song when I used to go to work. When I used to walk to work, I would sing that song. I would have it playing while I was walking to work, just so I could be in a space of gratitude, because I really don't want to go there. But it's like, I get to go to work. I get to, so I just want to take the time to appreciate what I'm going through. So that line I actually have on a shirt that is in Mellow Vibes, in the Mellow Vibes shop. So you remember that one? Yes, you do remember that one, because I sent you all the songs, because I was just like, please tell me if this is just if the sound is all crazy. Yeah, so that was Snapshot. Next, I'm going to do a spoken word piece. Oh, but this is on external. Okay, so this is called Recognition. This is my oldest thing that's on the EP. So Recognition, I wrote in 2008. I was in my last year of college. So insane that was 12 years ago already. But, yeah. So this was 2008. It was kind of a combination of a lot of things. Yeah, so my one friend from college, he always called it my Lupe poem, because I used to be obsessed with Lupe Fiasco, and I have like 5 or 6 Lupe Fiasco references in this poem. But it's really about recognizing who God meant for you. And I think that idea had come from my cousin, because we would always go on Christian retreats. We went to different schools, but we would go on Christian retreats. And so I think she had come back from one, and she said that they had talked about, like, would you be able to recognize the person that God made for you? So this is called Recognition. So I just remember performing this a lot at college. Oh, I thank you. I love that it will be in your mind. Okay, Recognition. I'm like, do I need the mic for this? No, I don't. Okay. Yo, I met him in the spring while walking down the street, my head bopping to the Lupe hip-hop beat. He laughed at my impression of go-go gadget flow, and he told me I was cute, and he thought that I should know. And then his footsteps fell in line with mine, synchronized in time, and my mind was racing. And though our feet played on the same meter, my heart was skipping a beat. And we were conversing, fully engaged in conversation, and it wasn't a strange situation like, yo, why is he following me? Nah, it was calm and easy like a Sunday morning, only it was a Saturday, a warm sunny afternoon in May. And I was falling while I was standing, because this man had everything. And his everything had me amazed as I gazed at this person who shared my views, this person who didn't look at me like, who are you, when I told him what I don't do. He was cool. And not the cool that made you cool, but the cool that had you standing alone. And that cool was cool because it was like my own. Had me considering him for the position as king of my throne. Yo, he had me in the zone, because it took me a while to realize, hold up, wait, we passed my house, because I was fully entranced by the movement of his mouth and his ideas. I'm thinking, is it possible for someone to be that smart? Because his words kicked my nerves, dispatched my eardrum, and coasted straight to my heart. And as we backtracked to my porch, I'm thinking, yo, this is crazy. I just had this stranger walk me home. But it wasn't the possible danger of the stranger that made me uneasy, but the danger of him getting in my dome. And as I combed through my thoughts, he beamed at me and said, we should do this again. And as the sincerity of his voice seeped through my skin, the corners of my mind started pondering the complexity, yet the simplicity of this love thing, forgetting all the he say, she say, but think about what does God say, because I do pray. And I prayed for the ability to recognize the one whose soul would mate with mine. And I swear, y'all, I think I found it. And not just because it was springtime and the cliche of there being love in the air, but for the simple fact that God really does answer prayer. Thank you. Oh, I felt that. I swear I'm usually stumbling on certain parts sometimes, but I was in the zone. I love that. I love that piece. That's always a favorite for people when I do that at the shows and stuff. So that was Recognition, and that's the only spoken word piece that I have on that album. And it wasn't there first. I added it last minute, and I was just like, I think I should really do this. So that is Recognition, which I think is track 3. No, or 2. No, it's 3. It's 3. Okay. Oh, see, I did organize this, but I don't think I realized that I don't know. I guess I thought it was a good idea to do 2 spoken word pieces back to back. So I stumble on this one too sometimes, but maybe I'll be in the zone again. So if a certain person was on, or people, if the 5th L was on this live right now, I would tell a story before I do this one, but I won't. So it's okay. So, but maybe they'll see this later, or one half of the 5th L will see this later. But anyway, I wrote this spoken word piece. It was my first one that I had written, actually, because I had written poetry like since I was 11, but this was like my first performative piece that I wrote. I usually start every show I do with it. I didn't today, but I usually start every show I do with this because it like gets me in or whatever. And it's called You Got Me. And yeah, I'm not telling a story, so I'm just gonna do it. But so I wrote this in 2006. Okay. All I see is you and me, and all I do is think of you. You've got me perplexed, thinking about the many components that make you. See, I want to take you into my arms and maybe never let go. And that may seem a little extreme because I don't really know, but you got my stomach in knots. I'm seeing you at different poetry spots, and I'm thinking this is fate because you got me staying up extra late writing poetry when I gotta go to work in the morning. And I always write poetry, but you got me motivated and inspired like I've never been before. Got me writing and rhyming like, dang, I'm gonna go to these open mics and maybe see him some more. But for real, all I really want to know is your name. To put a name to the face that sparked this flame inside of me. Give me the courage to recite my poetry. Because you got me like, damn, look at this beautiful, locked angel. Because I could really be locked inside of you, angel, if you let me. But first, tell me your name, because all I see is you and me. And I don't usually speak like this, but you got me running at the mouth. I'm normally shy, and I'm kicking myself because last week I couldn't even say hi, but we were making eye contact. Or was it all in my head? Like the words to a poem that I never read, or the dreams I have when I lay in my bed. I don't know. But hopefully you can confirm my claim and tell me that you're feeling the same. But first, baby, what is your name? Yay. Okay, so that's You Got Me. And there's a super, super long story to go along with it. What is on my mouth? And sorry for the creaking. My chair is creaking, and I'm just like, please stop. But, yeah, it's a super long story, which I don't have time for anyway, because we're at 45 minutes. So, yeah, okay, so that's You Got Me. And like I said, I normally start off a show with that, because, yeah. Okay, so now I'm just going to talk about a song that we're not going to hear, but it is the opener of External. Why did I open it with this? Actually, I opened it for a reason. I always get into these like relationship succession things because it's kind of the way I did my poetry book. But I opened it, the next one is If We, and that's how External opens. And it's an a cappella song I completely freestyled one day, and I just recorded it on my phone. I just started randomly singing. And so that's how it opens, and it's just about a relationship that ended. And it's like I'm thinking about what life would be like if we still were. So that's how it opens, and then it goes into a second track, which is also like a breakup thing, and then it goes into meeting someone else, and then actually having a love story. So then it ends with Luminous, which is all like I said, it always makes me cry. So So I actually did it differently because I have done my book, and I actually did one of my last shows in Philly where I set up every piece as in like the succession of a relationship where it's all good and then it fails. That's what love cycles is. It's all good and then it fails. And then you start over with someone else. But this one I did differently, and I started it with like, I guess I'm being more positive. I started it with ending something and then going into like, I guess, a permanent love, I suppose. So yeah, If We starts off external. So it's track number 1, and it's just, you know, when you're in that space when you're just thinking about, but what if we were still together? And yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm just doing a lot of talking right now. Okay, which is cool. So, oh yes, I can just roll right into this. So I said If We rolls, then it goes into the next track, which is Peace Out. And Peace Out is, it's a breakup song. It's like you pieced out, you left me, you walked away from me. And I wrote that in 2009. That is the very first song that I ever wrote on the keyboard, which I keep doing like it's totally has me opposite. On Facebook it has me opposite. So I wrote that on the keyboard, and I performed it one time. I was shaking, I was trembling. I wrote this early 2009, I believe, and I didn't perform it for years. Like, I performed it in, I want to say it was probably 2015 or 16 when I was in a coffee shop in Philly that I used to go to all the time to sing, and I was just like, I'm just gonna try it. And I did. Like, I did a pretty good job, but like, I can play instruments for the purpose of writing a song, but I do not play them in public. But I did that one time. And so Peace Out is, yeah, a breakup song. You pieced out, you walked away from me. And yeah, I dig the song. And so that track is track number 2. And I'm gonna leave it there. So clearly I'm trying to speed through, but I'd already planned to just talk about some songs. So is that okay? Oh, you know what? I totally skipped. I was supposed to actually play a song before I talk about Peace Out. It's okay, but we're gonna go into it now. So, Blow My Mind, I'm gonna play, and that's off of Shift, and it's my last track, and it's just about me knowing myself enough to know that there's things I'm not standing for anymore. And it was like a revelation when one day, it was like I was at church, it's probably 4 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago, I was at church, backstage, because I think we were about to go on again. I was a worship leader, and some of us were talking about relationships, and then one of the other singers was just like, I'm so tired about hearing potential, like, that's so stupid, everybody has potential. And I'm just like, yeah. Like, for some reason it just clicked. And so you always give these people a chance, because you're like, well, they have potential, and it's like, that means nothing if they do nothing with it. So that's kind of like what this is, and it's called Blow My Mind. I haven't heard it in a long time, so yeah. Sing along.
Ready to meet ya, I wanna see that you keep on blowing my mind. Ready to meet ya, I wanna see that you keep on blowing my mind. Yeah, past everything is right. Never want to be so hard on the guys. When I say that you better away, you get stuck with life. Never spend my life I wanna see you keep blowing my mind. I hope you're ready to think about anxiety to meet me. I wanna see that you keep on blowing my mind. There were times that you said always being inside. Now I'm so thankful that I had my time to be with me and love me, myself, and I. I'm not the type to say it, but it ain't easy. But if I ain't mean more, you better believe me. Come with the goods to go, 'cause no, I'm not needy for love, no. I just put my life down, done with potential. 'Cause we never use a thing, what am I here for? Apologize, no action, sorry, they're just words. I'm not playing those reindeer games, no. I hope you're ready, baby. Yeah. I wanna meet you, baby. Yeah. Say it. I hope you're ready. Another time. I wanna meet you, baby. Keep on blowing my mind. What's up, you? Just like I patiently waiting for the guy. What's up, it's time to guy. I wanna see you in your eyes and see you keep on blowing my mind.
So that's Blow My Mind. And so, like, it's about, like, the words say, I did the work, now I'm ready, so I hope you're ready. So it's about, like, knowing that I've done all the work, I know what I bring to the table, so now, and I'm cool, like, I took the time to value myself, to love me, myself, and I, and you better come correct. I'm waiting for the person that will blow my mind, because I know who I am, and so you better be all of that. So that's what that song is about. So we're in the last stretch, and there's like less than 5 minutes, so it's kind of perfect. I'm gonna do You. Thank you. I'm gonna do You, which is not on any album. Again, this was 2010, I think. A friend of mine who is a rapper, he would get beats and it's like, oh, I want to write to this, but I don't have any ideas. Can you help me write? So I basically wrote this whole song, and then he did a rap on it. But that's not the version I'm doing today. But if you go on mellovibes.com, on the music page, you will find the version with him on it. But I did do another version, which this instrumental is with me rapping. Not his lyrics, these are ones I wrote myself. And I just hope, I'm just going to get into it, so I hope Instagram doesn't cut me off. But it's called You, and yeah, and again, like, he doesn't even know where he got this beat from, so I can't actually put it on anything. So it's there for you to listen to on my website, and it's on SoundCloud. So again, this is just a me version. He's not rapping on it. I am. And this is literally a fan favorite. People are always like, why isn't this on the radio? But whatever. So yeah, and if Instagram cuts me off, I will probably not jump back on. So I'm just gonna say good night for Instagram if this cuts me off. Okay, so this is You. Every time I see you, don't want it to be the last time. If
loving you was illegal, you'd be my last crime. Forget the singing, baby, you're my favorite pastime. You got my heart, you got my heart. If I was ever without you, baby, it'd break my whole world. There's nothing that I love better than being your girl. Every time you touch me, I swear, you make my toes curl. You got my heart, you got my heart. It's you and all the things that you do. You make me crazy, it's you. Yeah, you got my heart, baby. You're the one I love, don't wanna love nobody else but you. And all the things that you do. Crazy, it's you. I knew right from the start, without you I would die, baby. I'd give my only life for you. It's you. I knew right from the start, without you I can't fly, baby. You know I'm ready to die for. You're the only one that I could ever see myself with. I see us living on a street with picket fences and a little house that we can go and raise our kids in. You blow my mind, like all the time, like when we are together and there's no one else around us. You know the right thing to say to get me wound up, and when you kiss my lips, baby, I know that you are down to be loving me eternally. Oh, you're the only one who can make me feel like this. I love you. And all the things that you do.
Instagram's cutting me off.
It's you. You got my heart, baby. You're the one I love, don't wanna love.
I just want to do one more piece. I know this cut out in the middle of you for Instagram, but I just want to do one more. I just think I could. I was like, you was a good song to end on, but I kind of okay. So this is what happened. I was doing a moon ritual, a full moon ritual. I was doing a full moon ritual Tuesday night, aka Wednesday morning, because it was 1:22 a.m. when it was the full moon, and so I was out there with my crystals and such, activating them. I actually never did a full moon activation before. I usually just set my crystals in the sun, but I did the full moon thing, and I was singing the songs that have moon, like stuff with the moon and the sky in it. So like I sung Sky Blue, I sung Luminous, and then I ended with Soul Purpose. I was like, I need one more because I still had crystals to like purify, and so I was like, let me do Soul Purpose. And I'm like, man, I haven't done that in a while, and it was so perfect. And I ended up like, there's this part where I'm just like I say, dancing under a full moon and blue sky, and I just kept repeating that line and like spinning and dancing under the full moon because I was under a full moon and blue sky, and it just made me happy. So why do I have this mic on still? So I'm just going to do that, and it's one of my favorites. And I remember, obviously too late, that my friend, one of my best friends, was like, when I get married, I want you to do this poem. She got married last September, like we totally didn't think about it because it was like totally a quick wedding put together. So anyway, this is called Soul Purpose. It was just like a I think it starts off Love Cycles. Soul Purpose starts off Love Cycles because it's definitely one of my favorites, and it's just the way it came together was like godly timing. So Soul Purpose. It's about soulmates. Okay. I have always loved soul music. I mean, think about it. Soul music. Sounds of soul sessions, what my soul would sound like if it could sing. I want my soul to sing, and I want my soul to mate. I want my soul and my soul's mate to start a mating ritual that would only create more song. Soulful collaborations of soul sessions that will ignite fireworks of color and sound. Collaborations that were designed to ignite you inside and out. Because I want to see moons and stars when I look at you. I want to see the heavens when I look in your eyes. I want to sit under the Tuscan sun eating hot grapes on hot grass and making hot love, and I don't mean in the physical sense, but internally. Our mating souls making love, creating our own recipe for what that means to us. Stirring together significant fragments of our lives to create one puzzle. Finally, piecing together the jigsaw of moments confined to our being. I want to be intertwined with you. I want to be stuck with you and sick of you, soulmate. We can be cellmates. Because there isn't any other that I'd rather be locked up with an 8x8 cube than you. And we can swap war stories. Of past loves, but never be entrapped in the past, always moving forward, focusing on the present, enjoying each other's presence, because it is a present to share such intimate space. I want our souls to hold hands. I want us to skip, jump, and double dutch into everlasting happiness. I want us to dance under a full moon in a blue sky while couples in passing gondolas stare at us in envy, recognizing the marriage of two souls, knowing that our union is perfect and pure. I want us to swim in an ocean of forever because that's how long I'm keeping you. I want your soul to smile, and I want my soul to swoon from hearing our soul's music, our soul love. I desire to mate with you because you laugh like you mean it. You beam like you mean it. You love like you mean it, which only gives birth to fantastical images in my mind of what we can be. So I want to do all this. I want to create bliss solely and solely for you. Oh. I'm just thinking about all this stuff, like all these things that came together for that poem, and it's my favorite. So that's Soul Purpose, and that's where I'll conclude. Again, that's in Love Cycles, and basically I'm kind of advertising all my things right now. So, again, I'm probably going to do a bundle, like when External comes out on Wednesday on the 9th. I will, it's 777 for the EP. But I will probably do a special bundle for a time with Love Cycles, because I thought it's like, it just goes well together, because I'm, you know, it's a EP about like relationship stuff, and this is a book about relationship stuff, and all the poems that I have to show for these relationships. And would fit in with a house track remix. You know what? The funny thing is, I have wanted to do like a mashup of that Soul Purpose, that poem, with with the song "You Go to My Head" by Louis Armstrong and Oscar Peterson. Like the instrumental part is so long that my poem actually like fits in that space before Louis Armstrong starts singing, and I've always wanted to like just put that together. So anyway, so yeah, I will probably do a bundle with the album and the book, the physical copy. There is a PDF version of the book, and so External comes out on the 9th, and it should be streaming everywhere. I've never done this before, so I'm just like, everything's set up with my distributor. It's like, it's approved, and I'm just like, but is it gonna be there? And I don't have a Spotify page yet, but like it's supposed to now make me one. I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out, man. It's like a lot. So that's gonna be out, and then Shift you can already get. It's on the website hellovibes.com, and I totally love you for showing up here tonight. This you can get on hellovibes.com too. I made this for my turtles. I'm a mother of 2 turtles, and I totally love them, and I have to go feed one of them right after I conclude here, actually, because I already fed the other. So yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate listening when I didn't remember the words to my own song. So it happens. Yeah. So thanks. I'm going to say good night, and I'm going to say good morning to you, Joe. I appreciate you being here when it's like 2:40 something in the morning for you. So have a good sleep, and I'll see you all later. Peace. Mellow vibes.